All right, look, guys, I've never really told this the way it actually like felt to me personally. Not all at once like this, anyways. Usually, I just give people the short version because the long one still kind of makes my chest tight. But since you're asking, here's how it went down. From inside my head that night, my 25th birthday, the night the Lavender House decided to keep a piece of us. It started normal enough, honestly. You know how Pendleton is, and kind of like what we do around here for birthdays. We just kind of get together and hang out. Um, Timmy and Jackie's place was pretty packed with the usual crew. String lights Bailey hung up, crooked on purpose because she said it looked vintage. That lopsided cake she swore she didn't drop, and music bouncing between George Strait and, whatever popular hip hop was happening at the time. I was leaning on the kitchen counter halfway through my third IPA. I'm really not a huge fan of IPAs, but they were slapping that night, honestly. It was some good original stuff from Portland. And just kind of had that warm buzz where everything's funny and nothing can touch you. And Bailey was next to me on the stool, legs swinging like we were still teenagers, and her fingers drawing little circles on my arm that made me forget how old I was turning. Timmy was doing his thing, loud, and telling the fire alarm senior prank story for the 100th time, while Jackie rolled her eyes but stayed tucked under his arm like always. Then the conversation turned, like it always does here, you know, to the old Pendleton legends, the roundup ghosts, downtown tunnels, and then Katie, I think it was Katie, dropped the name. The Lavender House. The room got quieter, and everyone knows it, even if we pretend we don't. That grayed out farmhouse, tucked in the dip between those wheat hills that is barely visible from the road unless you're literally looking for it. Used to be a lavender farm way back, Whitmore's or whoever, but now it's just broken windows and stories, shadow figures, kids laughing with no kids around. People say your cousin went out there and something followed him home. I'd heard it all growing up. Bailey nudged me. You used to talk about checking it out when we were kids. Said you'd be the one to prove it was nothing. I laughed it off. Yeah, when I was 12 and invincible. But Timmy's eyes lit up like Christmas. Dude, it's your birthday, bro. Perfect time to finally do it. 4 of us, quick in and out, 30-minute stops. Jackie shut that down fast. No way. That place creeps me out just hearing the name. Bailey squeezed my hand, that mischievous spark in her eyes that I've never been able to resist. Come on, a little adventure for the birthday boy? I looked around, Timmy already grabbing his keys, Bailey daring me, and Jackie looking ready to bolt but sighing anyway. Fine, but if I die, I'm haunting you idiots. And just like that, we were in Timmy's shitty F-150 with the windows down and the January air cold and sharp cutting through the beer smell and Jackie's vape. We were on the back gravel roads, and it went from gravel to straight dirt, and Timmy's headlights were slicing through wheat fields like they were driving into nothing. When it appeared between the hills, I'm not gonna lie, my stomach kinda dropped. I hadn't actually seen the Lavender House. Heard stories about it my whole life, but when you actually see it, it's hard to explain, honestly. It just kind of all comes together. Because that fucking place is creepy. It's just sitting there, like it was waiting for us, and I didn't like that. But we parked, We got out. Bailey grabbed onto my arm. I held her close, and all of us pulled out some flashlights and, well, we started walking. And Timmy, of course, marched up like he owned the damn place. The door was already ajar, swollen wood, no lock needed. And inside hit me with the dust and this faint, sweet smell, and, well, that was definitely lavender. Maybe my brain filling in the blanks from the name, but definitely smelled like lavender. The main floor was like stepping into a time capsule that nobody wanted. There was a rusted fridge, sagging couch, cracked tiles. Timmy found that old family photo. It's like 1920s stiff poses. Woman in the middle holding purple flowers. It obviously was lavender. This whole damn place, like, just had lavender all over it. And, like, still to this day, when I smell lavender, it fucking creeps me out, dude. We were walking in and Jackie whispered,
"Oh my god, this is creepy."
Bailey slipped her hand into mine and asked,
"You okay, babe?"
Yeah, I'm good. It's just weird actually being here.
I know, it's so spooky.
Yeah, spooky. We laughed it off at first. Timmy pretended to be possessed, staggering around, moaning. Jackie shoved him, giggling. Bailey took selfies in the dusty mirror, making faces while I hung back and shining the light into corners, trying to convince myself that something wasn't going to fucking stare back at me. Then we made our way back into the kitchen. And as we walk in there, we noticed that there's another door slightly ajar. It's kind of like kitty corner from the sink. And first thing I thought was, oh, the fucking basement.
Oh, hell yeah!
Timmy said, making his way over to the door. The basement stairs creaked like bones. And we made our way down and stepped down onto the dirt floor. And I mean, the whole basement was just one of those dirt ones. And it made it so much more fucking creepy. I don't know how to explain it. Unless you've seen one of those dirt basements, you just can't explain it. You just got to see one. The walls still had old tools hanging on pegs, and there was a workbench with rusted saws, and also on that workbench sat an ancient-looking radio with a cracked dial. I mean, this thing did not look like it was going to work at all. It was very old, and it was super busted. But excitedly, Timmy twisted the knob for laughs, and some static actually hissed, but then cut out to nothing. It kind of sounded like its last little death rattle.
Yo, that thing probably hasn't worked since the Depression, dude,
Timmy said. And then something moved upstairs. It was a soft thump. It kind of sounded like one of the doors closing, or like a foot, like one footstep. I don't know what it was, but it was soft, but it was loud enough for us all to hear, and we all just froze for a second. It's probably the wind, guys, I said quickly, not trying to give my imagination any time to tell me otherwise. But honestly, the night was dead calm, and there was no wind, especially inside the house. So we slowly climbed back up the stairs, listening for any movement between each creak of the steps. We made it back into the kitchen, and when Timmy said, "It's probably the ghost of the family," with what he thought was a spooky voice, but he sounded like a fucking idiot.
"Stop it,"
Jackie said, annoyed but amused.
"You're so dumb,"
she said again. She loves him. Timmy's annoying, but we love the shit out of him. Like, I wouldn't have him any other way. We walk out of the kitchen and take a left, and Timmy says,
Yo, guys, look. We should totally go upstairs.
he said that with a smirk of curiosity on his face. He he wanted to go everywhere in this damn house, and I was fucking creeped out.
We should just go. Something really feels off, dude.
I said.
It's just the stories we've heard all our lives making you feel that way, bro. Let's check it out. It's your birthday.
Timmy said. He was genuinely wanting to have a good time, man. Like I said, he's a good dude. We loved him. And it was my birthday, and he wanted to make the most of it. We sat in silence for a few moments looking at each other. Honestly, we were seeing who would blink first. I finally caved.
All right, dude, but let's hurry up, though.
So, we made our way up the stairs. Timmy was in the front, followed by Jackie. Then it was me with Bailey following right behind me. She was gripping the back of my shirt with her left hand and squeezing my arm with her right. And upstairs there were 3 bedrooms. The first bedroom had a closet with what we could clearly see as an attic door in the ceiling of it. Small, square pull string dangling like a noose. It's already creeping me out way more than the first floor. In the second bedroom, there was an old iron bed frame mattress long gone. And the third, what about sent me over the edge, was a fucking nursery. With a crib in the corner, a rocking horse tipped on its side, and faded wallpaper with tiny lavender sprigs. Jackie stopped. I don't like this. Timmy wrapped an arm around her. Babe, it's fine. It's just old junk. Bailey wandered into the nursery. Guys, you should come look at this. On the wall, scratched into the plaster, there were words. They never left. Timmy snorted. Teenagers, probably the same idiots who come out here to drink. But the scratches looked old and deep, like they'd been there for decades. Then another sound. Footsteps overhead, slow and deliberate, coming from... That's coming from the attic, Jackie said. So we made our way into the first bedroom, which we assumed was the master bedroom, and it was the bedroom that had the closet with the attic door in it. Timmy went in the closet and looked back and said, "In case I die, will you guys..." Jackie chimed in before he could finish. "Timothy Michael, shut up," she said, genuinely annoyed this time. We all looked up at the attic door. There was another sound. Footsteps from directly above this bedroom. It's probably raccoons or something, guys, I said, but my voice was thin, with no confidence at all. Timmy grinned at me and said, "Oh, only one way to find out." And he yanked that damn thing down. The door folded down with a groan, stairs unfolding like a fucking trap. Dust rained and Bailey coughed.
Smells like lavender.
So we climbed up one by one. Flashlights swept the attic. There were boxes, trunks, old clothes on hangers, and a dress form in the corner draped in a faded lavender gown. The amount of lavender this place had, it lived up to the name, let me tell you. Timmy kicked a box.
Nothing, see? Told you.
The radio downstairs crackled to life. We all froze. And a voice, old and warped, came from the radio static from downstairs and said,
"Come home, children. Come home."
Jackie whimpered.
We need to go.
Timmy laughed nervously.
Babe, it's just picking up a station. Old wiring or something. It's nothing.
But the voice repeated, clear. A woman's voice, soft and very insistent.
Come home, children.
Then we heard the footsteps again. It sounded like they were coming up the stairs and heading directly to the fucking master bedroom, which was not good because that was right below us. Bailey grabbed my arm and said,
Babe, that's not wind.
So we hurried down the attic stairs. We look in the hallway, and the light is on, which is impossible. This place doesn't have any power. Bright and flickering. And down that hallway, a pale purple light was glowing out of what we assumed to be one of the kids' rooms. In the purple glow of the room, as we got to the stairs, we saw a rocking horse moving, slowly back and forth, the same one that was laying on its side just moments ago. And Jackie'd fucking freaked out and screamed. So we ran for the stairs, Timmy first, then Jackie, then Bailey and me.
Fuck, go, 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 go!
I yelled. Halfway down, the door slammed shut, and Timmy ran in panic to the door and yanked the handle, and it wouldn't budge. I see something dark shift in the living room corner.
What the fuck was that?
I said.
Back door!
Bailey yelled. So we bolted through the kitchen. The back door was wide open when we got there, but now it was shut and there were boards nailed across it. Jackie looks back and sees that shadow is moving from the living room and towards us, and she sobs,
It's following us!
Timmy kicked at the boards. They finally splintered and he grabs Jackie to shove her through first.
Go, go, babe, go!
I looked at Bailey and told her to go right after Jackie. The shadow was in the kitchen now, and that thing had long, I mean impossibly long fucking arms. Timmy looks at me and says,
Dude, go! Fuck!
I hurry up and squeeze through, and Timmy's climbing out behind me, and I'm grabbing his arms to pull him out. I'm trying to get him out as fast as I possibly can, but something starts pulling him back in the house, and I mean, it's a strong fucking tug, man. And I'm just staring at him like it feels like everything stops. We're just staring at each other, and the look on his face is like he knows. He's just fucking staring at me, man. Like, and all of a sudden, this just hard tug. He gets tugged right back in the house, straight into the darkness. I mean, he's fucking gone just like that. All I could do was stand there.
No.
Jackie blew past me and she was scraping at the opening, and I had to grab her and pull her back.
Jackie, we have to run! I'm not fucking leaving him here!
Bailey and I had to drag her away from that opening. We finally stumbled into the wheat and we fucking ran, man. Oh my God, we fucking ran. And right behind us, dude, it sounded like the house was groaning and the windows flashing that sick purple light. Jackie kept looking back and crying for Timmy. But we didn't have any time for that, man. We had to get out of there. We finally reached the truck, and thankfully Timmy had a bad habit of leaving the keys in the ignition, or else we would have been fucked. The engine roared to life, and the tires spun on gravel. In the rear view, that fucking house sat silent again. It was dark, but one room upstairs still glowing purple with a figure standing in it. It was watching us leave. It's like it was allowing us to leave. Oh, I fucking hated that feeling. We drove straight to the hospital. Jackie was hysterical. I mean, babbling about the shadows and Lavender and Timmy, and the doctors took her in and eventually had to sedate her because she fucking lost it, dude. Bailey and I, we took Timmy's truck back out on that dirt road, man. We were hoping that he got out and would be walking on the road. There was no way that we could have just went home without checking, you know? There was no fucking sign of him. That arrogant, cocky son of a bitch, dude. Like, out of all the people that should have gotten out of that house, like, it just didn't make any sense for Timmy not to make it out of that house. We stopped at the edge of that long driveway and we just fucking sat there. Timmy was nowhere in sight. That damn house was totally dark. The purple light wasn't even glowing upstairs in the window anymore. It was just fucking eerie. The police, they searched the next day. They found nothing. No boards on the back door, no fresh scratches, no hole that we climbed through, nothing. There was no sign anyone had been there in years. Just a lot of dust and that old photo on the wall. The family staring. And Bailey and I still live in Pendleton. But honestly, we don't talk about it much. And sometimes late at night, she wakes up smelling lavender and crying, and I just hold her and calm her down. Dude, that place fucked us up, dude. Like, it used to just be this story and this myth that we knew about. But guys, if you live in Pendleton or anywhere in the surrounding area and you hear about the Lavender house, just leave it as a story. Do not go looking for that fucking house. It is there, and don't go there. It's not worth it. Just leave it as the story that comes up at the parties. I still check the locks, and I barely sleep at all. I'm just waiting for that fucking shadow to show up in our house, man. I'm waiting to see that thing in the corner just reaching out with his disgustingly elongated arms again. And every year on my birthday, I still stare out the windows towards the wheat hills. I'm just wondering if that shadow's waiting. I'm wondering if Timmy will ever show up again, dude. Where did he go? Where could he have possibly gone in that house? I don't know, man, but if that shadow's patient, then it's fucking scary if it is. I just feel like it's waiting for something. Because the Lavender house doesn't let everyone leave. Some stay, and some stay for fucking ever.